You're spending thousands of dollars on AI-generated blog content right now, and you think that means your pipeline is future-proof. It's not. Because GEO or AI SEO is not just a blog strategy by itself, it's only one layer of the more complete GTM content system you're invisible to. So in this video, I'm breaking down the 3 mechanism shifts you need to understand about why blogging for GEO alone won't save your pipeline and what actually will. You're going to uncover what other B2B teams with the sharpest content strategies are doing and how your current content motion stacks up and what you should be doing to stay noticed by your prospects. Hey, I'm Matt Salesio, founder of Hive, and over the last few years, we've built complete GTM content engines for B2B founders, SaaS teams, RevOps leaders, and here's what we've learned. AI search does not reward volume on one channel only. It rewards authority, and authority is built across channels, not inside a GEO blog generator. So let's start with the first mechanism. We are no longer in the era of search engine optimization. We're in the era of search everywhere authority. Most companies think GEO means, hey, we're just gonna write optimized blogs, publish them consistently, structure them properly, and then we're gonna rank in ChatGPT. It's not entirely accurate. The new reality is this. AI doesn't just scan your blog, it gets the total picture of your brand. They look at repeated mentions, they look at how often your name shows up in a conversation. They look at topic consistency, YouTube transcripts, they look at your LinkedIn discussions, they look at how all your content is connected. So that's why AI doesn't essentially reward isolated content, it rewards a unified narrative of your entire brand. If all your authority only lives on your blog, your narrative footprint is weak. And here's the real problem. Most AI-generated blogs, they sound the same. Even if technically they're optimized, they don't actually build real authority, they don't build familiarity, they don't build trust, there's no alignment to sales. All it does is it checks a box. So AI search is moving towards entity recognition. It wants to know who talks about this topic consistently, who actually owns this narrative. So if your company isn't showing up across multiple B2B touchpoints, you're invisible to like half the ecosystem. And now it doesn't mean you need to go viral on Instagram. It doesn't mean you need to be on every platform. You just need to be everywhere your ICP thinks. And for most B2B teams, the platforms that we've seen consistently perform well are blogs, yes, but YouTube and LinkedIn, especially when they all link together. So if I were running GEO correctly right now, I wouldn't audit keywords. I would audit where my brand voice exists across multiple platforms. And that's mechanism number 1. So mechanism number 2 is this. YouTube is the most undervalued search layer in B2B. Most B2B founders think YouTube is for creators and influencers. It's not. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. It's owned by Google. Every video is indexed. Every video gets a transcript that's indexed. Every topic becomes searchable. And yes, people in B2B are searching there. We at Hive, we use tools to look at YouTube search terms. So things like RevOps, automation, demand gen, attribution models, AI SEO, content marketing frameworks. There are thousands of searches per month on these topics on this platform. That's real buyers, real intent. But here's what makes YouTube different than blogs. Blogs build a good foundation, okay? But video builds trust. When someone watches you explain a concept for 10 minutes, they don't just understand it, they start to trust you. They hear your tone, they hear how you think, they see how you break down complexity, that you know what you're talking about. You cannot compress trust like that into a faceless AI written blog. And that's the strategic layer most people miss. YouTube feeds AI with depth. Video creates density, repeated topic authority, clear positioning, consistent signals. All of that is indexed by Google and LLMs. Plus, YouTube distributes immediately. This is what I tell a lot of my clients. Blogs sit until they're ranked, but videos can start generating traction the minute you post it when it's aligned to high intent topics for your ICP. And not to mention binge behavior. In B2B, sometimes prospects won't take time to read 10 blogs in a row, but they will watch 3 videos back to back if they feel like you get it. Now that's pipeline leverage. So when we build YouTube content engines, it's not just a branding play, it's a search indexed trust engine. So if I were building a modern GEO strategy from scratch, YouTube would be a core pillar, not an afterthought. And if you want the full framework on how we implement this for ourselves and clients, we've released a free playbook that details everything step by step so you don't have to spend every second guessing or wondering how we're going to do this next quarter. I've left that link in the description below. Plus, if you want to know how your content stacks up against your competitors in your industry, get in touch with myself or my team. We'll show you how we'd build a complete video content engine aligned to your GTM while only taking 2 hours a month to work with you. Our website is below to open up a conversation. Now let's talk about mechanism number 3, which is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the distribution and citation engine most B2B companies completely underutilize. They think LinkedIn is a nice place to post random thought leadership and surface level thinking. But LinkedIn actually does 3 critical things for the modern GTM motion. First, it's a syndication layer, distribution. You can take your YouTube content, break it down, reframe it, expand on it, share your perspective in text form, then link back to it. This drives referral traffic. It drives branded searches. It drives conversation. And we've seen this directly with our own marketing and our own traffic. LinkedIn is always one of the top drivers of our website traffic month over month. Now, second, LinkedIn reinforces what we call entity authority. When your name, your company, and your core topics show up repeatedly in discussions, comments, or posts, that builds association. And yes, large language models, they pull from LinkedIn. They pull your snippets, your quotes, your commentary, public conversations, it all gets indexed. So if your brand doesn't exist inside LinkedIn's ecosystem, again, you're missing a massive signal in the B2B world. Now, third, LinkedIn is its search engine in its own right. Buyers search for founders or solutions, frameworks, explanations, companies who understand their actual problem. So if you're not posting consistency or posting consistently, you're leaving that on the table. So when you zoom out here, here's the real picture. Blogs inform, YouTube convinces, and then LinkedIn amplifies. And all 3 together warm pipeline and build pipeline. And when you combine them all together, you create a cohesive narrative. So when blogs are saying one thing and YouTube is saying another and LinkedIn is saying another, that's disconnected. But when they're unified, that's when you build a solid GEO strategy. Now, overall, again, I'm not saying I'm anti-blog. Technical SEO matters, keywords certainly matter, but blogs alone are not a content strategy, contrary to what most people are doing in the industry. They're one layer of a larger complex system. So if you're pouring budget into AI-generated blogs and you're ignoring YouTube and LinkedIn, you're optimizing one channel while your competitors build that omni-channel presence that actually gets in front of your buyers. That's the fatal flaw. So that's exactly why we focus so heavy on YouTube first content engines with ourselves and our clients. We build the authority, the core authority on video. We use LinkedIn and blogs to help redistribute and finalize and link everything together for a cohesive story. It's not random posts, it's not disconnected assets, it's an ecosystem. And when you do that consistently, you don't just see traffic spikes. You see month over month compounding visibility. You see branded searches increase. You have prospects coming to your sales call saying, hey, I've been watching your stuff. It's pretty good. That's when content starts becoming marketing fluff and starts becoming sales enablement. So if you're watching this thinking, okay, I get it. We've been over-indexing on AI-generated blogs. Here's what I would do in your position. First, define 3 core topics that directly drive revenue to your business. Second, commit to producing just 2 videos around YouTube per month with those topics. Third, break those videos down systematically. Distribute them on LinkedIn with clear positioning and strong points of view. Do that consistently, then look at your traffic sources. Look at your branded searches. Look at the quality of sales conversations you have with inbound or even outbound leads. And if you're thinking they're saying, okay, this sounds great, but we have no time to do this internally. And that's exactly why we built our video sales engine service the way we did. Each month with our founders, we sit down for just 2 hours. Just 2 hours, and we come on site to you and we film the entire month of content that pre-sells pipeline, warms pipeline, and builds an omni-channel GEO presence, all dedicated to your industry, all towards your ICP. You show up, you share insight, and then we'll handle the ideas, the distribution, the creatives, so that way it also aligns to your outbound and your GTM. So it actually works inside it, not outside it as a separate silo. And if you want help building this in your business, just get help from the start the right way instead of guessing and trying and doing all this trial and error for months on end. Book a call with myself using the link in the description below. And to wrap up, GEO won't save your pipeline. You need to dominate the entire narrative around your brand and build an entire omni-channel presence that gets in front of your buyers.